Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the daily update. Today's date is now Sunday, May the 4th, and I'm finally back in Turkey, but unfortunately, it was a very long flight. I ended up getting fairly sick on the way home just because of the environment with the plane. I always get really bad allergies, so I'm going to spend today and tomorrow recovering. That May 6th, we're back at it full time, guys. So, congratulations to everybody that's been following me. My name is Philakone, and I've been in the crypto space for about 10 years now. I've seen three major bull markets and two major bear markets. I've survived every single bear market, and I've thrived even more in every single bull market. And I'm really wanting for us to pick up even more. So let's catch everybody up from where we left off and what's been going on with the market. So guys, welcome back. Let's tackle this and see how we can extract profits from this market right now that's actually looking fairly good in my opinion, okay? So the way that Bitcoin was trending was making this lower high pattern for about 81 days until we finally broke out of it. And because we broke out of it, the total one market cap ended up recovering very significantly as well. As you can see here, this March 14 high from 2024 was very significant because Bitcoin ended up hitting the all-time high at that range there. So we dipped below it with a huge bull trap and then broke back up above it. And now we're actually challenging the 2021 all-time high for the total market cap. And you can also see that for the total 3 market cap, we ended up bouncing fairly well. You can see over here, this higher low trend line and also the March 14 high over here, we ended up recovering above it, as you can see. And the lower high patterns have also broken out. So the momentum is looking very good right now for crypto and for Bitcoin. So going back to Bitcoin, we can see it broke out above here, but unfortunately, I believe that we might have actually reached a third wave that finished officially, and then a fifth wave that also formed as well. So I think that this might be a short-term top because the way it's breaking out is very simple. If you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5, and then this makes an ABC. So for those that are unfamiliar with Elliott wave theory, just a quick breakdown, what we're hunting for are 5 Elliott wave fractals that form. Once these 5 waves form, there's generally going to be a correction of some sorts. Maybe it's going to be a deep correction. Maybe it won't be a deep correction. But ideally, in a bullish market, especially where Bitcoin broke out after 81 days, it's likely to continue. But we just don't know how deep the correction is going to be. So it's also not until the next wave, which is where most people are going to catch it, because the first wave going to the upside is one of the most difficult waves to catch, right? And it's always been a very known fact. So I'll explain to you guys how it can be played and what's going on. So this is most likely a 1, 2. This is most likely a 3 somewhere that ended up forming entirely already. Probably somewhere a 4 there. And then a 5 that ended up finally finishing it. There's also lots of bearishly diverging signs. You can see this right here. I also call this the ghost pattern. Just think about it. It's a ghost with his scary hands. That's one hand, that's one hand. It's literally a ghost. So whenever you are seeing bearishly diverging RSI or in a pattern like that, it's gonna be a fifth wave that's calling out right now. Let's see if it's trending right now above any of our major trend indicators. You can see that on the 12-hour time frame, the 12-hour chart here, this green line, it was holding extremely well. Above it, bounces over here for wave 2, bounces over here for wave 4, and now you're seeing a major retest where it's most likely going to close below it very soon, which is indicating that a very highly likely fifth wave has already formed and it's already started to correct right now. So where are some of the major support points? I'd probably say around here. That would be 1. That'd be around 94,200. But realistically, that would be incredibly bullish. So if this were the top over here where it did something like that, okay, what we're going to be looking at is a fairly great correction. This would not even get to the 236 Fibonacci region. So what this means is it's probably unlikely to occur where it's going to bounce at 94,200. because it would just be way too bullish. A more reasonable Fibonacci level for it to bounce off of is probably around $88,000 or potentially even lower than that. So we're gonna draw this higher low trend line again, just like that. Okay, so that's one, the major one that's been forming over 81 days, right? So realistically, 88K is not that unrealistic to hit. We're talking about only like a 382 Fibonacci hit. That's nothing, right? So it could even get deeper than that, of course. It might even go to the lower side at the 86K region to the wave 1 territory. So 86K roughly, which is 0.5 Fibonacci. So there's definitely a high chance of a correction happening because we do count 5 waves, because of the 12-hour time frame, we're starting to see it come to the downside. And the biggest question is going to be, will it actually bounce? And if it does bounce, it's going to provide amazing days for the bull market to continue, and especially to have day trading opportunities. So that brings me into my course, guys. You've only got literally just 2 days left to get it at a 50% off sale with tons of bonuses. I've been in the crypto space for 10 years now, guys. I keep constantly innovating my strategies, and I'm fine-tuning and optimizing it to make sure that they're relevant, to make sure that these rules are added. So a few weeks ago, I released this course, Philakone's The Art of Scalping. It has my golden playbook. I've never released a course like this before because I've always believed that scalping was too difficult for intermediate or even beginner traders. But because I believe that everyone has more experience in the crypto market now, and especially with charts and day trading, it's time to release a very good scalping course that focuses on capitalizing on very low time frames. So it's going on sale till just till actually the 6th. This is a typo, till not tomorrow, but basically the end of the 6th. It's 50% off from 500 to 250, guys. And you're gonna get a ton of bonuses depending on what tier you're in. So if you're not even a member of my Discord group, or you're a basic member, you're gonna automatically get upgraded to a lifetime member in the basic group. And then after that, if you're already a basic lifetime member, you get upgraded to the elite tier right away. I'll explain to you guys what the tiers are. If you are an elite tier or a platinum tier member, you're gonna get 2 weeks added to the platinum tier. So let's explain it. So you guys are getting tons of benefits. The basic tier, you're basically just getting charts and very basic videos, okay? But you're gonna get really good updates, just not as good as the other groups, right? The elite tier, what you're gonna get are much higher quality interaction, higher quality posts as well, much better trading calls and signals. And then in the platinum tier, what you're gonna get is you'll get me live streaming on my desktop and live trading for you guys to see everything that I do. That's where you want to be, man. You get a chance to learn directly from me. You get a chance to interact with me, ask questions, copy my trades as well. Let's go, guys. This sale goes on till May the 6th. Hope to see a lot of you guys as my students. So the way that the market is trending, let's take a look at how May has been trending so far just for the month. Okay, so we're going to pull this up. This is my crypto pair screener. I'm going to look for anything that has basically moved a reasonable amount, over 8%, with over $15 million in volume. And what you're seeing is that a lot of coins have moved this month already. You're taking on AI, OT, right? AVA, you're seeing meme, STO, and BRU. So a lot of these coins have moved over 30% already. So that's pretty crazy that it's only been a few days and you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins that are already moving above 10%. So that's really good news. I think it's going to be a fairly reasonable month for me to trade. Let's also take a look at RSI. RSI on the daily chart. Let's see if there's anything. There's some coins. There's Layer. Wow, Layers do pretty well. And then, well, not too many coins above 70 RSI. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. So for the 4 hour, you're seeing coins like AVA and Brew and the AIOT above 70 RSI. So you can see that this is one of the most bullish coins of the year so far, where this guy's moved up 466% in less than like 3 weeks. So AVA, that's a coin you definitely want to follow and put this on your watch list. So I'm telling you guys that if Bitcoin ends up continuing after we find this dip and we break above this next high, okay? So let's just say that Bitcoin breaks above this high, okay, wherever it ends up correcting to, that's fine. The healthy correction is very necessary. But more importantly, I believe it's gonna probably get to like, I'm gonna guess somewhere between, I know it's a big region, but probably between 85K and like 92K. It's a big region, but let's say we bounce from there and then we end up taking out this wave over here. So we take above, like take out this high over here, guys. And by the way, I do apologize. I'm sick as a dog today. Every time I fly, the weather's so dry and my sinuses go crazy. So because of that, it's very difficult for me to be alive the next 2 days. So I got to spend the next 2 days recovering. So if we dip around here and then we break out above there, the market's going to go absolutely wild. So you better be in a very good position where you know how to day trade, you know how to capitalize, and also extract profit from the market. There's going to be multiple ways, such as holding for longer positions, like swinging, or even DCAing into your portfolio, or especially what I'll be doing is scalping and day trading as well. So I don't think that there's a lot of time left. It's going to be the final boss soon. You've had multiple homework. You've had tons of time to do homework. You've had lots of tests. You've had lots of assigned reading and time to study. But I'm telling you, the final exam, guys, it's coming up and you're going to be tested. Usually what happens at the end of the year for the bull market year, so I do believe that we're going to keep continuing a little bit more. What'll happen is there's going to be like a very limited amount of months where the market's going to go absolutely mother effing crazy. So just to give you an example on the total 2 market cap, okay? This is what happened last time. Let's just go to 2021 first of all. You can see in 2021, it's a very, very small period of time, guys. From August, actually from September to wrong year. Right here. So October, right, to the high, the total 2 market cap did 823% in 2.5 months, right? So you got to understand that the majority of the gains are going to be made near the end of the bull market, not the beginning, right? You take a look at 2021, you'll see that from November to the top here, that was like 950, like 1,000% in 6 months. And then after that, it ended up doing another massive gain of 177%. But this period was pretty much where the entire market went wild, guys, this near the tail end. So when the bull market does pick up and Bitcoin breaks above that 95, 96K region, the altcoins are going to go to the moon and it's not going to be the time to study. That's why I highly recommend that you guys check out the website in the link below. Check out the course syllabus. It's completed already, but I will be adding more content, more examples as well. So you guys can expect more examples added as well. So I expect to see a lot of you guys in the course. 2 more days. Let's go, guys. Let's hope for a really healthy Bitcoin correction. And then after that, let's see if Bitcoin's going to do a really reasonable dip where we can perhaps DCA into it. And then if it breaks out above the current high now, it's going to be amazing days for the altcoins. So other than that, guys, bam, I'll be back to trading full-time May the 6th. I'm back from the Philippines after 3 months. And I'm ready to go hard into crypto again, guys. The time to mess around is over. Let's get this crypto money. Bam.